welcome to a DC Universe online podcast, bringing you news and weekly entertainment for the DCUO People's Podcast.
This is Nemesis, aka the People's Champion, coming at y'all with the People's Podcast. We're doing it again, baby. It's beautiful, it's awesome, it's wonderful. How y'all doing? Nemesis, host with the most. And all the way from the EU server, we have the European player one, Orbit. Say hi, Orbit.
Yo.
Yo, and we also have we also have the Kaiser of double penetration, Belkin.
Yo, penetration is good.
Oh, all right. And on the U.S. server, we have player one, a.k.a. the People's Champ wannabe. Nah, I'm messing with you. We got the number one player on the U.S. server. You know how I do. Say what's happening, Super Patriot.
Percy.
All right. Hopefully we got
okay.
It was my turn. It was my turn to do it this week. So
do you know what? They need to make like character DCUO soundboards. Because Nimbus, yours would be, you'd have Percy on there, you'd have whatever else on there. Balkan, you would just have a couple of buttons, double penetration. It'd be fucking funny. Need to decide.
But they have to pay on App Store for this, okay? So we will be rich, you know.
Rich? You reckon?
All right. So we got an awesome show for y'all today. Today we're going to be talking about Update 32. We're going to be talking about some things going on in the community. And we got a nice, awesome little segment I like to call Beast or Busted. So we're going to go ahead and get on into the show. So, Super Patriot, what's been going on with you, man?
well, you know, just usual stuff. I mean, you've been in DD and all that, dealing with people, trying to this whole docs glitch and everything like that. But last week, I don't know if you guys knew or not, Friday night, the FNL Legends tour for Olympus side, PlayStation side, got canceled because of bad weather they had down there in Austin, Texas. Apparently, Austin's a one plow town. So they weren't ready for all the snow down there, so they had to cancel it.
You lose subscribers now.
That's not my fault. I can't control the
weather. Snow, what's that? Is that a new ice power? What's snow?
But yeah, but it is going to be this week. The Olympus Friday Night Legends Tour is going to be this week on their FNL stream on Friday night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it should be a lot of fun. I believe we're doing the 2v2 in Legends in the Batcave Arena now. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. Awesome. Excellent. So, Balkan, what's new in your neck of the woods, baby? I mean, what's new? What's happening with the Big Brother Balkan over there on your channel, on your side of the pond? What's going on with you?
Not much. Everything cool. I got now 2,000 subs yesterday. Great success.
Excellent. Oh,
hey,
that's what.
Congrats.
Woo!
Thank you.
Nice.
That is beautiful.
And you owe us, Balkan. I remember when you got like 1 million subscribers in like 24 hours.
Million, so much.
Well,
wow.
not that much. Not that much.
That would be amazing.
I spoke to you.
Make the check out to Super Patriot. All right.
Super Patriot.
Who pays me more exos day one? Okay.
All right, Big Brother Orbit. How you feeling, baby? What's going on over there?
What's going on, baby?
That's just how I talk. You never seen my moments?
I have been doing loads and loads of feats, because this is kind of the time where like there's not really any content. Most of that's done, and we're kind of waiting for the next DLC or update to come out, and it's kind of a bit stale. Kind of reflects across YouTube, and there's not much to record and stuff. So I've just been feat hunting, and that's it. I'm so close to 170, and when I get to 170, I'm just gonna like have a break in feats.
Where you at right now? Where do you at right now? 169.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got like literally a few feats about to pop, so bang, that's it, and then overtaking you, Super Patriot.
I don't know, man. I'm like halfway to my 171.
Are you? When did you hit 170?
I hit 170 a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm getting close to. I've got another gather feat to get. I got one more gather feat to get. I got like 3 more of the create feats because I didn't spam out a bunch of sodas to get those. I've only got like 4 style feats to do that aren't iconic styles. I still need to get the damn Norseman head from Vengeance to get that style.
Yeah, I still need one of them.
I'm one style. I still need the Trace's hands to complete Traces in Time, and I got like two more styles for the Time Traveler. That's really all I've got, man. It's just those long grindy out styles or like luck drop styles.
Speaking of luck drop styles, I actually googled where to get what was it? The Wing Fury, like the last piece that I needed on like some random set. And I went in there and got it first time, and 25 feat points popped up. And nice. I was like, when you're at 169, it's so easy. You need a bit of luck.
Yeah. It's like, I still need to get like the sharpshooter legs. Sharpshooter legs do not drop for me at all. It's killing me right now.
I reckon all of the SOE have just banned you from having it. Just to laugh.
Well, I've been like asking Meps. I was like, hey Meps, since I did this, man, can I get the sharpshooter legs? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll send them to you right now. And then I'll be like, yo Meps, I didn't get those sharpshooter legs yet. He's like, oh, I must have sent them to the wrong person then. And I'm like, dick.
But then again, there are like 19,000 Super Patriots out there with different spellings.
No, there's only one Super Patriot. I think I proved that with my video. There's only one Super Patriot.
American Hero did put boots to you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I put boots to him, and then he ducked me. So,
well, just so y'all know, both of y'all can't whoop my ass. Y'all know that, right?
Oh, your time's coming.
Just saying.
Your time's coming.
My time. I'll be half asleep, AFK, grabbing a drink or something. All of a sudden, I got monkey barrels being thrown at me and something like that. Oh, I beasted them shells with the monkey barrel. That must be the only way you could do it, because I don't play by dueling rules. You know that, right?
I know you don't.
When I play to win. And when Mr. Body Massage come at you, just be ready for it.
Why have I not seen Super Patriot versus Nimbus Yosh on YouTube? Why have I not seen it?
Because it didn't have a PVR when I fought him.
Yeah, and I think that only happened once. First and only time me and you ever dueled was right outside Diamond District PD. I'm like, man, I'm gonna duel Nimbus Yosh, man. We're gonna get it on. We're gonna see how this goes. And dude flies up into the air and hits what was it, Mass Hysteria?
Mr. Body Massage.
Yeah, Mr. Body Massage. He hits Mass Hysteria on me right at the start of the duel. And I'm like, this son of a bitch.
Right, you two are dueling tomorrow.
100% supercharge on me.
You two are dueling tomorrow.
We are?
It could happen.
Oh, and my money's on Super Patriot.
But you do know on my fight purse, I have a fight purse. Even to say 500 million.
Yeah, but you're gonna
that gets me to put my socks on. 500 million. That's my fight purse. If you want to do it, do. Hey,
yeah, that's a villain talk there. Superman doesn't ask for money.
Man, but Superman ain't gonna walk up to you, punch you square in your eye just for talking stupid. We'll talk about that.
Training.
I'm like Superman in the hood.
Superman in the hood.
I'm like the Superman of the hood. I'm the Superman that gets the job done. I'm the Superman. I'm not the Superman that's gonna walk into arenas. And this is we're gonna talk about what's been going on with me. So I was doing some PvP, and my league, the Disco Biscuit, Super Patriot knew what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We doing our PvP thing, and we go up against Straw Hats. You can check the video on X Darkwing 104X on YouTube. Go ahead, check that out. So we were doing a PvP thing, and the first thing they tell me is like, oh, well, they just use a supply drop. Now I get to use my supply drop. Now, you don't hear me curse them directly out over that. What do you mean you're going to start using your tools of the trade on them? That it is disrespectful not to fight somebody to the best of your ability on the onset. You win the fight quickly. Now, a lot of people are not going to agree with me. It was like, oh, well, superchargers and with the sidekicks, they're all cheap and that's terrible. No, forget you. You want to fight me, you're going to get everything. I'm trying to end that fight quickly because I got things to do and people to see.
Like who?
No, I'm not about to sit there and just say, what now?
What have you got to do? What are these things you got to do?
What have I got to do? I've got to whoop Brainiac ass again, over and over. I got to whoop Trigun again. And I gotta whoop the fuck out of these villains. Right now, I'm in Gotham. Right, it's flying around Gotham. There's this one dude that keeps coming back to DDPD, and I keep whooping him. I think it's like the 5th time I done bust his ass. That's what I got to do. I ain't got time to look. Hey Nimbus, can you 1v1 me? I wanna fight the people's champion. I ain't got time for all that. They got villains to kill. They got villains to kill that's worth a damn. No, actually, no, there's no such thing as a villain that's worth a damn. I don't know what you're talking about. But they got villains out there that they need their ass whooping daily. You know what I'm saying? Like this LUXG guy. He thought for sure he was just about to be here. Oh, and he called his friend. Oh, this is some bullshit. Oh, man, this is some bullshit. There's 3 of them. Nice. That's what you got to do to beat the champion. You got to bring your friends. Can't do it alone. But that's pretty much what I've been doing. PvPing, trying to get my feet up because it's right before PvP season. And this is the time to get your feet up, to get your exo bits up, to have your gear ready to mod. And shouts out to Orbit. That video that you have all those arena boxes in and, all those extra marks and feats and or those extra marks and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. If y'all haven't checked out that video, check that video out. It's awesome. Have all that built up.
Failing to prepare is preparing to fail, my friends. Wise words from Orbit. That's
from somebody else. That ain't yours.
Yeah, that's definitely not from me. Right, I wanted to actually do a shout out for a comment that was left on the People's Podcast episode 9. And you're not gonna like it, Nimbus. I'm not sure if you read it. Do you know what one I'm talking about?
No, I don't. What happened?
Red Paradox said a comment on the video saying there's only one People's Champion and that's The Rock. And I was like, yes, that's so fucking true.
And here's where both of y'all fucked up. It was Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was the first People's Champion. So before y'all start that bullshit, you better learn that. The People's Champion is a generational type thing. There's a People's Champion in every generation. And the People's Champion got the gift of gab, and they could throw hands. I got both in this generation. You want some? Say something.
If The Rock caught you calling yourself the People's Champ, well,
That's right. Look,
you'd get a nasty rock bottom.
Me and Dwayne Johnson can sit down and have a talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to tweet that dude and tell him, look, I'm the People's Champion at DCUO. If you have a problem with it, log on to the game. We'll see what's what.
Log on to the game.
And we'll see who is going to say what. Like the dude got any type of time to get on a fucking video game. But still no. People's Champ at DCUO, People's Champ doing what it do, finishing the job. Anybody else do it better, tell them come holler at me. I got a foot directly for that.
I'm gonna start a poll.
You and your little comment friend. Kiss both.
I'm gonna start a poll. Who is the real People's Champ? Vote The Rock or Nimbus Yash, and I want to see.
Come the fuck home.
I'm gonna see what
international superstar The Rock. Or a dude with 1,400 subs on YouTube. Come the fuck on. Who's the tastier Brit? Orbit or Benedict Cumberbatch? Let's do a poll. Let's do
a poll. Oh man. Oh Jesus.
All right, so we made a pledge when doing this show that we were all going to have something to talk about game-related in DCUO. So Super Patriot, he's the A student of the class. You know what I'm saying? He's always He's ready to go right now. So, Patriot, what project? Not gonna say project because project is that bullshit. But what assignment have you brought to the class, sir?
Well, it's just like an interesting post here. I mean, people have been talking about it for like ever since like launch and everything about increasing the level cap, in the game to like 40 or 50 or something like that. And honestly, I don't know if it's time to do that, but I mean, it's something I'd like to see in the future with them increasing the level cap, for us to go beyond 30 in the game. Simply because I want to be able to have more power points available to spec into certain things, as like, because like with my, for instance, like with my range DPS loadout that I use, I would like to somehow work in snuff out into that loadout some way, but with the powers that I want to have in that loadout, for sure having that loadout, I can't do it and without losing out on one of the powers I definitely want to have, vice having, snuff out in there. If I had more power points available, I'd be able to do stuff like that. And I know increasing the level cap, that's gonna, that would require, a lot of new leveling content for them to introduce into the game and whatnot. So I don't know if it's something that they're actually, looking at doing or not. I know they've said before that it's not impossible for them to do that, but I don't know, man. I'm still like. I'm wanting more power points, and if in new leveling contents, I think the only way that they could do that without making it to where it's like game breaking or anything like that. So just like give us another 10 levels that we've got to get up to, and all that. What do you guys think about that?
I've been saying that for a really long time, even though you just bring it up, but. An interesting point would be how would they work the what do you call those? The armories that's coming out. Like, would you need to do a PowerPoint type situation now that you can switch PowerPoints and whatnot? But I think I know what you're saying. There's certain things that you want to put on your loadout as well as other things to put on your loadout as well. Like a good, for instance, for me, I can't put like mass terror, terrorize, and pyrokinesis on my loadout without giving up a supercharge, without giving up bastion, that type of situation. I can't hybrid spec DPS and troll without giving up something significant in my, what do you call those? I'm on the game right now. Let's look. Without giving up, excuse me, the iconic powers. Yeah. Without giving up, say, the nano weave armor or powerful resistance. So there's things of that nature. But I'd actually really like to get more power. If I had 16 power points, I'd be okay. If I had 20 power points and I'd never have to respec again, really. Not powers, at least. Skills, maybe, yeah.
Do you know what
but I think that would be... Where's that?
I think it's been... I can't remember who I was talking to about this, but which would make skill points more useful as well. Say, like, every 10 skill points, like when you're speccing your stuff around, you can actually take 10 skill points of away and convert it to a PowerPoint when you're speccing. Does that make sense? So say you got 150...
I would say 50. I would say every 50 to 100 skill points can equal a PowerPoint.
Yeah. No, 100. That'd be fucking crazy.
I mean...
maybe 20, 25.
Right.
But anyway, conversion rate, where you take away your, I don't use 10 skill points, I don't need them to spec into this role. I can switch that into a PowerPoint and use it as a, get a better loadout for that. And then that would encourage people to get out and do their skill points some more.
Exactly. A lot of people, all they can see is PowerPoints.
But I think they should... increase the level cap, but I mean, thing is, everyone's going to get to the max level in like days because that's just what is going to happen. But like you say, for the PowerPoints and stuff, and I think they will. Most MMOs raise the level cap after a while.
Yeah.
Maybe they might have another another area other than Gotham and Metropolis, through like 30 to 40 leveling. Like, do you know what I mean? When you hit level 30, the new world opens, Krypton or something. I don't know.
Hasn't Krypton blown up already? Can you really do that? I'm sort of an expert on that, being Kryptonian myself. I think my planet's already been blown up. I don't think
mate, I'm not like a proper hardcore DC fan, so I've no idea.
You don't have to be proper hard. You could have watched the last movie to know that. You could have watched one DC movie in your life and you'd have known Krypton blew up. Spoiler alert. After 80 years.
Spoiler alert, Superman's the lone survivor of Krypton. It blows up. In case anybody didn't know out there, sorry
I actually did not
ruined
know
it for
that.
you.
I actually did not know that. I literally did not know
In case
that.
anybody didn't see the trailer to the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're making me look like an idiot.
Hey, how many times you try to... Which one's the real people's champ?
The Rock is the people's champ.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, I'll give you that you are the former people champ.
You said former. Wow. Former kiss my ass. Get on this US server. We can record that. How about we record that?
We're getting off
You
subject.
got a character on the side, right? Come on down. Let me show you what the people champ do. You've heard it here first, guys. Never Shows calls out player one of the European. So calls him out. Correct?
I thought Super Patriot was player one.
I'm player one in the US.
Player one on the EU PS3, PS4. Come on, Cletus, come on.
I actually would come over and duel you happily, but
What?
I do actually have a valid excuse, and that is I had to delete my the US version of the game to make room for Call of Duty. So sorry, guys.
Wow.
Who plays Call of Duty?
Exactly.
Who plays that?
More people than DC. A lot more people than DC.
Vulcan, what about you, man? What do you think? You want more power points? You want to see a level cap increase?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Wait, one sec, my child is here. Okay,
Wake up.
I want, seriously, I want be a higher level than 30. I think it's time. Now, 3 years DC.
I think the perfect time would be just after the summer 2014. Gives people like newer players. They've got the PS4 because they've got that kind of going on at the moment. Then I think it's kind of late towards the end of next year. The raise the level cap would be good with a new area.
Oh, yeah.
My predictions of 2014.
They'll force the devs to actually come up with new powers because a level cap increase. You can't just have the same powers we've been having. There's gonna be some new awesome ridiculousness coming out, and then they're just coming out with the rage power set. They got to make some new stuff for the rage power set as well. It's gonna be a whole lot of work, but I think we put enough money and enough time and enough love into this game to actually warrant something like that. It's been long enough. I think it's time. Not only that, but if any of y'all played beta, I know y'all remember that level 60 Brainiac that was obliterating all us level 40.
Exactly.
I think it's time we get somewhere close to that. I think it might be time.
Yeah.
Oh, that never mind.
Oh.
Up.
Oh, you don't remember what happened in beta?
Huh?
Were you there? Were you there in beta? You don't remember that?
The beta event they did?
No, I was actually talking about something else.
Superman was a slag, so what you mean?
What? Okay, well, now that we got Super Patriot out the way, so
Yeah, Orbit, what do you got today?
Well, actually, now you're saying that, it's kind of given me an idea. Let's talk about new weapons and new powers. What do you want to see in the game? New weapons and new powers. Oh, that guy's just joined the chat. Our special guest.
Oh,
SM.
hey! It's
Hello.
and joining us
Hello.
all the way from the
Hello.
EU server. We have
Double
that guy.
penetration.
We are recording by there. We are halfway through.
Oh.
Did it
Well,
record
well,
even if someone
welcome to the
asks
People's
joins, or
Podcast.
we have to
We
restart?
No,
We actually have a real life the people in the podcast. How you doing, the people? Who are you, and what is your game name? Don't say your real name. What is your game name? What's your power set, and what do you have to bring to the table? And go.
Mnetyx. Earth.
And I threw him right on the spot.
Yeah,
All right, well, let's
yeah.
go ahead and keep moving. You can just go ahead and listen in. Orbit. So when we talk about the new weapons, new powers, let's pontificate on that.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we're talking about new powers. Let's start with new weapons. So I'll tell you what, we'll go round everybody and name a weapon that you'd like to see in the game. Starting with you, Balkan. Balkan.
All right, what is going on today?
Yeah.
Ow. All right, we're gonna go ahead and skip Balkan. I'll go ahead and
Oh, I had him on mute. I'm sorry. Oops. Sorry. My wife is here. My child is coming, and it's a bit loud. Yeah, I'm very sorry. So you asked me for weapon, right?
What new weapon would you like to see?
Which weapon? I don't know. Combination of shield and sword would be nice, or whip,
Yeah,
like
but
Catwoman.
You could do that with one-handed. They could just add like a two. Do you know what I mean? The shield just in your hand.
Yeah.
Or they could do that with a single pistol.
Or dildo.
A shield and a pistol.
A dildo.
What?
You'd need dual-wield dildo for your double penetration, Balkan.
Yeah.
Well, according to my picture, you know I already got a
Peggy 18, butthole and pussy hole.
Wow.
Peggy 18.
Don't you remember we got fucking kids listening to this podcast?
They can learn
every time it's like there's fucking kids.
There are fucking kids listening to this fucking podcast.
Okay, what weapon did you say, Balkan, after the sword and shield?
I say to
whip. Not the dildo, the one before that.
They whip like Catwoman, you know.
Like Catwoman.
Oh, well, that's kind of like a martial arts, isn't it? Like, ish.
Yeah, but maybe with a different fight style. Maybe you can, with a combo, like, stun your enemy, like
primal.
Put him.
You're talking like a primal type.
Yeah.
Are you disagreeing with me?
Yeah, I disagree. I don't know what you mean. Sorry.
Okay.
Like primal, like animalistic, if you will.
I mean, me personally,
savage.
Me personally, I mean, yeah. Look at, okay, people come out, sword and shield. That would be really cool. I mean, I think that it needs to be completely different combos between maybe a combination of certain combos with sword and shield thrown in there. But they definitely needs to be different. Whip is obviously one that everybody's been wanting for a long time. I've seen people talking about nunchucks and all that. But for me personally, I look at, outside of those three that people are always asking for, I sit here and I cannot think of, what other weapons that they could add beyond those three.
Bow staff. Fucking bow staff.
We already have those.
They already have staff.
Oh, crossbow. Crossbow is cool. Crossbow.
We already have that. Huntress uses two crossbows already as dual pistols.
Yeah, but I mean different style, no.
Oh, like
one
a
crossbow.
like a
not
straight
like
up
Huntress.
Crossbow and all that. You could end up having crossbow, kind of like the rifle.
Slingshot.
Slingshot.
Dennis the Menace in your mouth.
Nimbus' favorite weapon will be. Let's
chill
say.
out. I mean, let's
chill out. Your picture, this weapon.
But we're overlooking a weapon from an actual character that's in the game right now. Boomerangs. Why not? I mean, Captain
Yeah.
Boomerang is ridiculous with his boom. I don't know how many times I've been one-shotted out of nowhere with them ugly-ass boomerangs that he has. The boomerangs and Super HR they got when I was thinking of nunchucks. Nunchucks would be a easy alternative for martial arts, just real quick, tap hold type situation like Maxi from Soul Calibur. What else? I can't think of any more off the top of my head other than those two. We can go into the lexicon of Japanese weapons, but I think those two just off the top of my head, nunchucks and boomerangs, for a close up and a far away type situation. I think those will work out, and the combo weapons, the pistol and shield, sword and shield, those type of things. I think that would be awesome. A little bit of extra combat variety wouldn't hurt the game at all.
Do you know what would be just amazingly overpowered?
What's that?
Well, you got your dual pistols, you got your rifle, rocket launcher. Imagine clipping your rotations with a rocket launcher. I bet that does more damage than the grenade from rifle.
Right. I'm thinking, is that... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I saw evil Meps. I'm like, what the fuck is Meps doing attacking the police station? But I was thinking maybe a rocket launcher would be kind of like, what is it called? Photon blast? The gadget move, the 35%er that everybody spams.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have something similar to a photon blast that comes out of your apartment complex or whatever.
I was
have a
wondering
trinket.
what you were going to say then.
Yeah. Why not? Just pull that shit out every 30 seconds or whatever and just start lighting motherfuckers up with rockets.
Yeah,
I don't see why.
Well, Mnetyx, our special guest, fashionably late. What do you reckon?
I would like.
Any weapons?
Can't think.
Can't think? Have a little think. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think he's having the same thing I'm having. I mean, it's like once you get past the sword and shield, the nunchucks and the whip. I mean, what else is there really? I mean, beyond those three big ones that everybody's been asking for. I mean, Nimbus came up with a good one and all that, but
I've got a good one.
Yeah.
Fans.
Fans?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like
That's what
the-
I'm talking about.
Like the fans with like blades on the end. You know what I mean? Like the Japanese
Okay,
type.
like
Shurikens,
like
just
Katana
shurikens.
from Mortal Kombat.
Like Katana
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Mortal
yeah,
Kombat.
yeah. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
I gotcha.
I wouldn't have that weapon, but
Yeah.
yeah, throw that in.
Well, they do have a lot of guys that have female characters and a lot of females that have female characters. You don't even have to be a female to use the fan. You watch all those old kung fu movies. A lot of those guys use iron fans and whatnot. I wouldn't see why not.
It's a bit of a girly weapon, though.
Well, I've got a question for our guest here. What's your name again?
Mnetyx.
Mnetyx. Mnetyx. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
In the upcoming DLC, would you like it if they were to put the weapons in the vendors?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Well, congratulations, because Jens just tweeted out a little bit ago that he has 3 words for us: weapons on vendors.
Thank you.
What combat rating?
War of the Light.
Good.
What combat rating?
Shit.
Which, CR?
Oh, he didn't specify the CR.
I
Now,
reckon
more than
87.
likely,
86, sorry.
yeah, more than likely, I'm probably looking at we're probably looking at like 88, 89, maybe even 90.
Well, better than the
Combat
ones we've
level.
already got.
Well, yeah, because they're not introducing Tier 6 with War of the Light, but I mean the gear's got to be better than the gear we've got, or else nobody's going to want to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
I still haven't got my one-handed.
I still haven't gotten any 88 weapons. I'm tardy to the party. I took my.
I've got the
months
shield and
retired.
I've got the dual wield that are 88. That's about it.
But that shit. Don't you just use it? No, you use Brawl. I forgot about that.
I want to
Yeah,
be
I-
able to go into these new raids as a melee DPS. I'm sick of range. Sick of having to be forced to range.
Well, I mean they are reducing the difficulty of Nexus and Wave down to what they call it normal difficulty right now. So in the next update, which we're supposed to be getting this week.
Excellent. About what day do you think that update is coming out? Because I'm chomping at the bit. I'm ready for PvP
not specified. Right now. They have not specified. My guess would be if not tomorrow, then maybe Wednesday.
Look, Maps, Yins, if you're listening to this, I know y'all probably don't because I use inflammatory language, but we're ready for PvP, baby. We are ready for PvP.
I don't think PvP is coming with this update.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
No. Yeah.
It's not ready.
No.
Yeah, it's not ready yet. Unfortunately.
I guess I'm going to mod my gear then.
That's still not... What gear?
My Vengeance gear. I haven't modded it yet. We got new PvP coming out.
Yeah,
I'm just going to waste exobits on a PvP gear that I'm not going to use. I'm beasting motherfuckers anyway. I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, you said you were going to mod your gear.
As soon as that PvP comes out, I'll be godlike. Well, I'm going to mod my gear now if I got to wait. Might as well.
No, you might as well not. You're wasting your recovery kits.
It's still only a month away.
Yeah, it's still around the corner.
It's been a month away for 3 months now. I'm ready.
It's coming soon, Nimbus. Just be patient.
I'm ready to take... I used to be able to take on the whole villain base by myself. I'm ready to do that again. I can't do that now with betas in my armor. Oh, man. A lot of guys out there like, wait, Nimbus only has betas in his armor? Yep, I bust that ass with betas. Just remember that.
You killed the conversation with that one.
I totally did. Like, everybody got quiet. Like, oh my god, he only has betas? I gotta tweet that.
Falcon.
Yes.
It's your time to tell us about your homework. What subject do you want to touch on today?
Touch. I don't want to touch.
What subject do you have about the game that we're going to talk about this week?
DC.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm failing today. I'm failing again. Ask me full question.
You're not even giving us the 90% you said you'd give us.
Yeah.
90%.
That's about 20%. Like, look, real life comes, and I'll talk about this on the side. I'll make up for Belkin right now. Belkin, you're gonna have double duty next week, goddammit. But take a little aside real quick.
Now ask me the question again, full. I will answer, no problems. Just sorry, today is not, I think, my day, but yeah. Come on, ask.
Well, the question is, like we discussed before the show, this is a special aside for our studio audience.
Super Patriot gave us homework last week.
Yeah, for real.
I told y'all, bring something to the show to talk about, game related. And Vulcan, what do you got?
Yeah.
Always, Super Patriot is giving you its attention, mate. So you better think of something quick.
I don't understand the question now.
Remember we talked about last week and all that? We were each going to bring something about the game to talk about on the show this week?
Yeah.
Did you do that? Did you do that?
No, I don't do my homework. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
You got to think of someone on the spot back.
We can talk about... I don't know. Yeah, talk about interesting stuff. Power. Which power you want?
I said that.
Again, which power? Dream power. What's your dream power?
I mean, that's fair. I mean, because we actually didn't.
We didn't actually do that. You kind of jumped on my boat there. Right?
Me, I'd like to see an actual super strength power in the game,
like Hulk.
Yeah, something like that. Something is actual super strength.
I think that would be a bit boring.
Not just the innate. I'd want to see it as like a tank power, and I've got lots of ideas for it in my head of what it could be like. But yeah, kind of like the Hulk.
I kind of imagine that a little bit like Earth, though. You've got like Jackhammer punching the floor. You've got Rumble Crush lifting the rock into the air, and
Yeah, but that's
stuff
actually
like that.
that's all actually like controlling the Earth and all that. Being able to manipulate the Earth. I'm talking about reaching down and picking up a chunk of pavement and chucking it at somebody. I want to see that kind of stuff.
So,
Any-
Patriot smash.
Exactly.
He no like glitching. Patriot smash.
Double
Trust me,
penetration.
though, you asked for that now, but once you're raiding and you're picking up all this stuff, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? I hate picking stuff up. It's so slow."
We're gonna pick up everything. Oh, shit. Have a power
What's
where you
this?
can actually grab the enemy and like throw the enemy around and shit.
That would be cool.
A Zangief power.
That would be cool, but that would be kind of like super strength to PowerPoint. Like, it's cool to lift up buses, but let's be honest, how often do we go out and lift a bus up?
Yeah.
Super Patriot does it all the time. I do it all the time.
Do you?
I do that shit all the time. Yep, I use villains.
Telekinesis.
I use villains for bowling pins.
What's a good one? I suggest, well, this power has been thrown around over and over and over. I would suggest either water or just kind of like an elemental mastery type situation. Something that interacts with the powers that are already out there. Like, as a mental, I have some moves that interact with ice, some moves that interact with fire, and some moves that interact with earth. But, have a specific power out there that's pretty much nothing but earth, ice, fire, electricity, all those different things mixed together. And their whole claim to fame would be power interactions. Like, they interact with all the other characters and whatnot.
That sounds shit.
What do y'all think about that? I'm sorry, Sid. Wait, what happened? I didn't hear that. I want to join the joke too. What'd you say?
I think he's choking.
Kind of like he choked on that that request I gave
Choked
him.
on that double penetration.
The double penetration.
Hey, this is my accent. You can't.
So you're talking about a power which pretty much uses all powers.
No, a power that would add the effect of all the other type of powers. Just like on their loadout trees or whatnot. They'll do a power and it'll cause burning. Not necessarily do the extra dots or whatever, but anybody else that's say fire that interacts with burning, we get a boost from that. Or electricity. Electricity DPSs can get the interaction off the electricity. Earth tanks can get the interaction off their earth moves and whatnot. Kind of like just a master of elements, if you will. Something similar to that.
Kind of like a support role, I guess.
Right. That enhances the already enhancements that's in the game. Someone that would do that, or just go back to the fallback power, water. Talk about water being a healer type character and whatnot. Why not have that going on? Somebody like Aqualad or Aquaman come out, summon a whale and drop it on your head. Yeah, I don't know if you have Aqualad is badass. I don't know if you ever seen what is that, Young Justice? Man, Aqualad is a beast, dude. He's got like the liquid dual swords and shit, man. I would probably try that power out. Yes, Aqualad, Black Manta, so on and so forth. Why not? It sounds great. At least to me. No. What do y'all think about it?
I think it's crap idea.
You're just gonna think everything is crap.
Sounds good, haters.
Sound like you hating something. It's cool. I got plenty of those anyway.
You do love good ideas, but that's not one of my favorite ideas.
All right. Well,
what about you, Super? What do you think?
The different. Well, I mean, honestly, the water power is something everybody's been wanting for a while. That along with wind and all that. I just want to, I just want wind in the game just so we can say we've got earth, wind, and fire. Because I like that band. But
that band is amazing. Yes.
The other one you were talking about though about like doing a different power from every power set, that sounds way OP to me, man. That sounds like a horrible idea.
There's somebody that's like an enhancer of the other enhancement effects, not necessarily somebody that's like somebody just gonna come out with full-time beam and snuff out just like off the fucking gate or any shit like that.
Well, I've got some questions about that.
Mm-hmm.
What would the power be called?
Shit. What is Storm? What's her power card? Weather manipulation. We already got a weather wizard. Why not?
Okay, and what would the off roll be?
Storm is like electricity.
Healer?
What would the support role be?
Yeah.
That's a good question. That is a great question. It would either be healer or controller. Like I said, as a mental, I add fire, I add ice. Gadgets, they add electricity. They do things where they can turn you into an ice cube. They can set you on fire. I was thinking something, more along the lines of a controller. Having a POT that causes a random status effect. Even, it may sound OP, but there is limitations you can add to that.
Maybe a power where you could select which power interaction it did.
Right. Select which element you want. You could do that with, or something similar, maybe.
But that would need to be like a small part of what actual power that would need to be.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. Like I say, it's just the main claim to fame of the power is that it causes interactions with other powers. It isn't necessarily beastly itself, but it being in a party with the other members makes the party more beastly. Kind of like a bard from Final Fantasy 11. I don't know if they have bards in Final Fantasy 14, but kind of like a bard in Final Fantasy 11.
Yeah, they do.
Bards are bard solo in 11, but you put them in a party and the party becomes God. And that's kind of how I'm thinking that this power would interact. It will be slightly garbage solo, but you put it in the party and the party becomes great. Odyssey would love a job like that. Something they could just insert into the party and automatically elevate everybody else's powers and everybody else's skill.
It would have a lot more disadvantages to advantages, I think.
Yeah, I would think so. But it would be something different that they can add if they don't have any other ideas to add, to the plate when adding new things. I don't know. I just threw it out there. My main contribution was water.
Well,
Water.
Enmity, what do you think? Have you got any powers you'd like to see in the game?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I would
Hi,
like.
welcome to the People's Podcast. We're your host, Super Patriot, Belkin.
Okay.
And
Let him
we'd like
talk.
to welcome
Let him
you
talk. Let him talk.
I would like an update to Quantum to control the space,
Control the space sounds pretty cool. I guess that would be, similar to Quantum. I want something like that. Like a star power. Control the stars.
Yeah.
Fire stars down on your ass. And planets. Control a planet.
Orbit wants butterfly power.
Yeah.
Control the butterflies.
Stars.
Like Dazzler.
Stars. You watch too much Lion King, man.
Wow. We just hating all day. This episode is just the haterazzi.
Nah, it's joking.
Oh, Lord. Well, we all love each other. Heroes, we do what it do.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
penetrate each other.
Oh, no, we
No.
don't. I don't know how y'all do it over there, but we don't do that here. No. Nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into, but no, I don't think so, dude. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next segment, and probably gonna be the final segment of the podcast because we're running a little bit short on time. We have a new segment called Beast or Busted. So I'm gonna ask the panel, just a situation that's currently going on in DCUO, and if they would like to change it, we say it's busted. If they have to keep it, they say it's beast. It's just that simple. First one, it's going to be real easy, something that's, near and dear to my heart. POTs overriding each other. Is that beast or busted?
It's
Super
annoying.
Pete, start with you. Or Belkin, we can start with you since, you taught it to the party. Why not?
Okay, yeah. Damage over time, you mean like overwriting. I don't like it.
No. Not just that, because I was going to get to that later. But the POTs, power over time, overriding each other. Two controllers in one party cannot throw two power over times. One will override the other. Is that beast or busted?
This is shit.
That's not one of the options.
It depends on which power. I mean, if you have a gadget DPS and he needs a lot of power.
No, we're talking about power over time. We're talking about the controller's power over time they throw out.
I tell you what I mean. And a gadget needs a lot of power, and I mean this power, what we got from 2 trolls or maybe 3 is not enough. I mean, they can give us 2 pots same time, one from the second, one from the first troller, and no, more power is not bad.
I think so. Super Patriot, how about you?
I think it's the way it's supposed to be. I mean, seriously. I mean, could you imagine, both controllers, you having 2 power over times out the entire time?
Mm-hmm.
And how much power everybody's going to end up having and all that. I mean, seriously, outside of Nexus and Wave, everything else was like relatively easy, gearing up. I mean, granted, now, when we all first started on the game, Kondak was hard,
Right.
But I mean, at the same time, back then, even then, though, I mean, I don't know if y'all remember, but it used to not be like this, like the way it is now. You used to be able to have 2 POTs out.
Long time ago.
And they fixed it.
God,
and that's why I said they fixed it. Exactly. Exactly. I like it the way I like the way things are right now with that. I mean, it keeps people honest in their roles and all that. You don't just have these might DPSs just spam. I mean, they got to work in some freaking weapon combos in there too, man. Get your own little power regeneration up. Give the freaking controllers a little bit of a break. Because honestly, I think it's the way it's supposed to be. I say it's beast. The way it is right now is fine.
All right, Orbit, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I agree. You're gonna have way too much power. Probably the 2 healers won't be necessary anymore. You have 1 healer in there, probably 3 controllers, and yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly. I mean, he's got a good point. I mean, you end up having like 1 tank, 3 controllers, 2 DPS and a healer, and then both those DPS are celestial. It's like, come on, man.
And they just bang on the buttons and just
and they just use a da. Square triangle.
Wow. Woo, that's Super Patriot's interpretation of the celestial DPS, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, it's so easy to freaking. I mean, honestly, I have run into some bad celestial DPS out there. I'm sorry if I am out damaging you and you're celestial, you're doing it wrong. All right, but I mean, I have been keeping up with some of the good ones too, though. But yeah, celestial DPS is not that hard, and it's getting a minor nerf coming up here. But anyways, your next topic. I don't want to.
All right. Oh, actually, I was going to speak on it. I think it's busted. Honestly, y'all have a great point where there might be too much power out. But the counterpoint that I would have to that is you can actually see whether or not the sub troll is actually doing their job. A lot of the numbers that are on the screen, like you could tell the tank's doing their job because there's only one. And then if the monster keeps jumping off the tank and jumping on somebody else, when they don't have a reset aggro move, then, obviously the tank's not doing their job. The healers, you can actually see how much healing they're doing. The DPSs, you can see how much DPSing they're doing. Okay. Did somebody just jump off?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
We're all here.
I just heard a noise. But anyway, so you can see all these numbers and so on and so forth. With the controller, you can't really see that. You got your prime troll, who has the way higher number because they're the one that has to do the POT, and then you have the sub troll who's either doing a half or a quarter of what the prime troll is doing, but you can't really gauge whether or not they're doing their jobs. Can't really gauge that. And what's the point of having a POT, two POTs that you can choose from on your bars if in a raid one of them can't use the POT at all? To me, as being mental since beta, I never could understand that, and I honestly hate it. I've been hating it. To me, there's no such thing as too much power. No such thing. I love giving out power. It's great, and I know every other class would love having a lot of power. Maybe overall it might make things a little easy, but I don't know. It would make controllers more wanted than they already are. I don't know. I think it should be more than one POT going off at one time. I mean, and you can make harder raids after that. You can have paradoxes where people are pulling out their hair and trying to glitch it over and over. I think personally, I think it's a good idea. All right. So, next subject. Beast or Busted. The normal setup where you have no more than one tank in a raid. Orbit, your tanks. Speak on it.
Say that one again.
All right. The setups right now where, the setup and the way the game is set up to where you basically walk into a raid with only one tank. Beast or Busted? Should we fix that? Should it stay the way it is? How do you feel about it?
I honestly don't think you will be able to fix that because people are going to get geared and there's going to get to a point where that one tank can deal with the amount of damage coming in, and you're always going to want to get through the raids faster. And wherever they've got a raid like FOS 2 where you need to split, there's always ways around it, and it's annoying. It's fucking annoying. It takes so much time to get through that little part. I hate FOS 2, and I hate the split in Nexus.
It's variety at least. At the very least, is something different.
I think they should do something where you need two tanks, but at the same time, something where like the ads aren't so strong. So do you know what I mean? So you're not encouraging more damage to go in there to get through it faster. Maybe the tanks need to get on a switch or something at either end, like at the same time to activate something. I don't know, but personally, what is it? Beast if you want it, Busted if you don't.
Beast if you like it, Busted if you want to get rid of it.
Beast, I like solo tanking.
Okay.
Purely because we can get through the content faster. That's it.
Okay, gotcha. Super Patriot, your thoughts?
Honestly, I think it's a busted beast. To be honest with you, because for the most part,
valid answer.
You look at like the comment. We're brought up a couple of good instances. The split in FOS 2 and the split in Nexus. All right, obviously they intend. There's the intention there for you to go in with two tanks to do this stuff. There's the intention for that. However, because of little workarounds people figure out, or because of gear and everything, you don't see many people doing that. taking two tanks into content like that, even in areas where you would expect somebody to want to have a second tank. Honestly, I think me personally, I've loved solo tanking everything up to now. Simply because before the the new loot changes and everything, that meant I definitely got my shit first before everybody else. I was not competing with anybody for tank drops. So I was like, because I was the only one tanking, so I loved it. At the same time, though, I mean, if for them to fix the issue, sort of, if it is actually busted, for them to actually fix it is they need to introduce content that you have to have two tanks there. Now, I'm not talking about split situations. I'm talking about you have to have. There's two bosses in there in a fight. All right, one boss needs to be sitting on this node over here. All right, and the other boss needs to be sitting on this node over here, and they both need to stay there in order for you guys to be in order for the DPS to do any damage to them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's the only way, and I think that may be a reason why they've introduced. We've got those single target taunts now as tanks.
But in time, that it's cool to start with, but that will be annoying.
Oh yeah, it'd be frustrating because people would be like, oh my gosh, we'd be able to burn it so much faster if we had a fourth DPS. And I agree with that stance, but at the same time, I mean, if they're looking at making the tank class more viable in this game, all right, that would be a step for them to go. Is if they actually have content where you needed more than just one tank. And the only way that I could see them doing it is situations like that, where a boss has to be on this node and the other boss has to be on this node. That's the only time. That's the only way you're able to deal any damage to them. Or they have to be a certain distance apart from each other in order for you to be able to damage it. Because like we've got some issues like with some of the not the bosses, but ads in some of the raids. I think like the shield robots in the Batcave raids. You get an ad far enough away from them, that you can do damage to them. Look at the nano Omax in the Omac instance. That if there's two of them right next to each other, you're not taking either one of them down. So that's why you got to take that freeze barrel up there. You got to freeze them both and then carry them to separate areas to beat the shit out of them. So they're not shielded.
Right.
Well, Mnetyx, what do you think about that? You there? Mnetyx?
All right.
No. Falcon?
I'm
Yes,
You still here?
I'm here.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm here, of course.
What do you reckon? I think
We was talking about power over time.
No,
Oh my god! You fucking kidding me?
Past your bedtime, Balkan.
Now, Valka's got his real life thing going on. Totally understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not damage over time.
No. We're not talking about damage over time. But we can talk about that now. We can switch up to the next. I'm not a tank, so I really wouldn't know. I like to see more tanks in raids, but it is what it is.
More tanks and raids. No, just one tank is enough. I need damage. No, I'm joking.
So you're saying that it's busted?
I mean, yeah, it's stupid. In my opinion, I remember we was doing Batcave 1 and 2 at the beginning. We had every of each role, two tanks, 2 heals, 2 trolls, 2 DPS. And yeah, okay, now tanks, I mean, you just need one tank, and if you have lots of tanks, maybe in a league or something, you can't pick up, only choose one. This is, I mean...
Also, you've got like the Nexus and Paradox raids.
I mean, with 2 DPS, how you want to do so much damage to beat the enemies? I mean, if Luthor is not quick enough down, they call his ads, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, like the Nexus and Paradox raids, they're difficult to tank. You don't need gear. You need some skill as well. So people who are going in. People are only asking for solo tanks, but I think some people are not skilled enough to solo tank, even if they have that gear. So, so 2 tanks would be. I mean, there's no option at the moment. Like, no one goes into Paradox or Nexus with a pug group that they whipped up and got 2 tanks, as far as I'm aware.
I mean, you walk into the group and you see 2 tanks. It's over.
It's time to leave. It's also, I literally went into a group today actually, and I was in tank science, and they're like, "Right, which one are you 2 tanking then?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
So one of y'all is a DPS, right? We're not going in there with 2 pillow swingers, right? No? Okay, good. All right, so next one, and then Beast about the next and last one. We're gonna save the ones for next week. 2 with the same power overriding each other's damage. Okay?
Broke.
We're
gonna. It's broke.
All right, Super Patriot, we'll start with you.
This is shit, yeah.
Right? That shit's broke. That shit's so broke, and the devs know it's broke. I mean, they've admitted to it. They say it's not intentional. Like 2 fire DPS should not be overriding each other. In fact, if anything, you should get kind of like a little bit of a bonus in there. You get your dot. You could actually work it out to where you have a fire DPS goes in there, and he's like the guy that puts out all the dots, like all the big dots and everything like that. And then you have the other fire DPS. He's in there, and he's the one doing the big burst. He's the one doing the mass debt fire burst, snuffing out, and all the big, hard hitting stuff, while the other guy's supporting him and everything. I mean, they should be working together and all that, not overriding each other.
Right. I like
it's completely broken.
Yeah, I agree
2
with that.
natures, their pheromones and whatnot intermingling with each other, and that goes with the healing thing, like. 2 circles being put down in the same area doesn't give you double healing.
Mm-hmm.
Double.
I personally think that's quite busted. I've kind of been busted all day. It's like everything I brought up, I thought that was pretty busted. So, what do you think about it, Orbit? Beast or busted? Do we have a unanimous decision, or are we going lone wolf on it?
No, yeah, I agree with Super Patriot on that one.
Right, the powers should be working together and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I don't think DPS should override each other. Otherwise, I mean, trolls. We talked about trolls, but this is
the POT, right?
Yeah, the power over time and stuff. I think that's like a problem. But for damage, I don't see. Like, for example, debris field. It's a load of rocks spinning around under the enemy. If you've got double the amount of rocks spinning around the enemy, it's going to do more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Logic would dictate.
Exactly. So yeah, no, busted.
All right, well, that's gonna do it with Beast and Busted. If any of y'all have any suggestions for the next Beast or Busted, feel free to leave it in the comments or hit us up on our Twitters and our Facebook. My Twitter is Nimbus_Yosh on Twitter. Super Patriot, what's your Twitter, sir?
I am at the Daddy's House on Twitter.
The Daddy's House. Belkin, do you have a Twitter account, sir?
Yes, I have a Twitter account.
And what's
Vulcan
that?
Let's Play.
Vulcan Let's Play on Twitter. And Orbit, what's your Twitter account, sir?
Orbit_EU.
All right. So, I think it might be unanimous. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up, right?
Yeah, I think it's time.
All right. So, we're going to go around the room. Any final thoughts that you guys have, we can go ahead and speak. We're going to start with Belkin. Well, no. We're going to end with Belkin. We're going to start with Player 1 Europe. We're going to start with Orbit.
Player 1 Europe.
Player 1 Europe.
Player 1 Europe. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Episode 10. And yeah, I've had fun. Yeah, that's about it from me.
All right. Player 1 on the US PS3 side.
Hey, I just want to say this is our 3rd show that me and Orr have done together, and on the 2nd show with Nimbus and Bulk and all that. I think we're doing good. I mean, I haven't seen really any intelligent negative comments about the new format, the new format, the new combination of hosts we've got on here. I mean, I've been having a blast doing this. You know, Trex is a little upset because he thinks I've been cheating on him, but he'll get over it.
And
You
wait,
don't want to cheat on
I
him with
just want
Balkan.
to
You know what
say
sort of
to
stuff
the
he's into.
listeners here, I just want to say sorry I was not here. I was a bit AFK, bit family stuff here in my house, so I'm sorry. I was boring. I know, sorry, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. From me, see ya and have fun.
What else were you doing, Balkan?
Huh?
What else have
What
you
else
been
will you
doing?
I hear my child, a bit,
Yeah,
and
yeah, what
my
else?
wife. I have to help.
What else?
What else?
What else were you doing?
Nothing.
I think he's trying to get you to say your send off though.
Double penetration.
Yo, waiting for it. So
Double.
on behalf
wait,
of
penetration.
on behalf of Orbit, Super Patriot, Belkin, and Mnetyx, this is Nimbus Shows, your host from coast to coast, doing it big. People's podcast. We're done this week. Tune in next time. Same people's time, same people's channel.
I think we
Good
should.
night.
Oh, sorry to cut in there.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we should do a 3, 2, 1 and all Percy it off together.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
Percy!
What was
See
this?
y'all next time, baby. We out.